Hi, my name is Emma Campbell, and I'm going to be talking to you about my neighborhood. I have pink eye and I'm pretty sick, so I might sound a little rough, but here we go. So, I live in a cul de sac. Most people that live in my neighborhood are families with younger kids, probably around elementary school age, maybe middle school, or they have kids in college and have lived here for 20 years, like my family. So in the circle part of the cul-de-sac, the houses are bigger. When you move down to the near the end of the street, houses start to get smaller and smaller. So I feel like the people at the end of the cul-de-sac have more money compared to the people near the end of the street. So, but however, I grew up in a town called Sherwood, and it's definitely upper middle class. Everyone does have a pretty decent amount of money. I've lived here my whole life, and I went to elementary school and I graduated from here, and I've been friends with and seen hundreds of kids, and I've never noticed or was really friends with anyone that struggled with money. So the average household income in Sherwood is around $85,000. However, a quarter of the population in Sherwood is making well over six figures, and it's around 125,000 to 150,000, and that's like household income. And so I got that from bestplaces.net, and Sherwood was also ranked second for best places to grow up in Oregon in 2019, and that's according to housesnacks.net. For the location of my neighborhood, it is an outstanding location. It is a 5-minute walking distance from a park that was recently built, probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and it is always clean, always has tons of kids playing there. And it is also the same distance to an elementary school that has a huge playground too, which is really nice. It is also, like I said, in a cul-de-sac, so cars aren't really driving by through here unless people live here, and the kids can play in the street and not worry about cars coming and just being safe. So there's also very little crime in my neighborhood, and same with Sherwood in general. People don't have to worry like mentally every night if their houses are going to get broken into. In my opinion, if someone lived in a high crime rate, it can add a lot of stress to their mental health, especially if they have younger kids, because they're going to have to be worried every night if their house is going to get broken in, if their kids can sleep throughout the night and be safe. In my neighborhood, there's an occasional car robbery, maybe once or twice a year, but they only look for cars that are unlocked, and they never cause any damage. There's no like broken glass or anything like that, and my family has never had a problem with that. None of our cars have been broken into. My neighborhood is like, everyone's really close to each other. Everyone's like friends. We have gone on vacations with some of our neighbors. If something tragic happened, my neighbors would have my family's back no matter what. I think that having a healthy relationship with your neighbors is definitely a positive thing, because let's say you have a bad relationship, you tend to get more frustrated and angry, and let's say you have a bad work life, it can just add a lot more stress to your mental health and not be good. So the reputation of my neighborhood is also very well. It is always clean. Everyone takes really good care of their houses and like their lawns. Like it's a very nice looking neighborhood. It is highly valued because it is close to a school and a park, and like I said before, it is in a cul-de-sac, so it is safe for kids to play in. I would say for the most part, people in my neighborhood are fairly healthy. For the kids, they're all very active outside playing. So most of the time, they're healthy. And besides, the occasional common cold, because they do go to an elementary school, and that just happens. People get sick being around like 30 kids. I feel like if something chronic happened medically in my neighborhood, the family could afford it and make sure they're healthy again, their kid or the parent. I know my neighbor had surgery a couple years ago, and each family took turns making dinner for their family so they could focus on being healthy and not have another stress in their life, because surgery is very expensive. So on the adult side of my neighbors, I've noticed that most of the males are overweight. My theory is that the males just work a lot more for their families, and since they're working so much, they don't have the time to like work out or spend time to eat healthy and like make their own dinner. Like, I know when I'm busy that I'll just go out and buy something really quick instead of staying home and making something, which is a lot healthier. But like, that's just the dads. And so the moms, they stay home. Most of them are stay-at-home moms. I would guess 75% of the moms in my neighborhood are stay-at-home moms or work part-time so they can stay home and take care of their kids. And the moms in my neighborhood are very healthy. They cook their own meals. They have time to work out when their kids are at school. So that's what I've noticed. So that is my neighborhood. I think for the most part, we are all mentally and physically healthy because of the environment, because of the high income. We can afford anything. If we have depression, we can afford to go see a therapist. If we're unhealthy, we can buy healthier food because healthier food is more expensive. And we have a solid support system, which definitely helps with your mental health. So thank you.